Well, guys, what is up? It is your boy Gabe here from the MMA Space and Fight Bananas, and in just a matter of weeks, we are getting the rematch we've all been waiting for. Islam Makhachev versus Charles Olivera, not numero uno, but dos. So, guys, I'm super excited for this match. Simply being because I'm gonna be honest with you, this video I'm gonna be completely biased. I don't really care. I'm a Charles Olivera fan, and yes, so let's get straight to it. As we all know, their first encounter was last year in Abu Dhabi, with Islam Makhachev winning the bout due to an arm triangle, and I believe it was in the second round. And from here on out, pretty much we haven't seen Islam Makhachev fight since the Alexander Volkanovski fight, but that fight was a banger. So let me talk about that real quick. After the title bout with Charles Olivera, he then went on to fight Alexander Volkanovski in a champ versus champ fight for the lightweight strap. And in this fight, Alexander Volkanovski was able to make the boogeyman look human. Because let's be real, I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Islam Makhachev is a dangerous fighter. All right, he was like tearing it up coming up in the lightweight division. A lot of guys didn't want to fight him, and I'll be honest with you, he gave him good reason. But in this fight, Alexander Volkanovski was able to make the boogeyman look human. And in some people, Alexander won the fight. I'll be honest, at first I thought Alexander won the fight, but I rewatched it and I gave it to Islam right away. But also, Charles Olivera had another fight after this. After the Islam fight, Charles did come back after some time off against Beneil Dariush and finished Beneil Dariush within the first round. And we saw a lot of changes come from Charles here. He was a bit more composed. His striking was a little bit better. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit afraid of the advantage that Beneil had because of his wrestling. Because as we all know, Beneil's a really good wrestler and he pushes that pace. So even though we only really got to see him for a bit short time, it was probably like 4 or 3 minutes, we saw a lot of improvements. But he hasn't fought since that fight, and that was in July. So I'm a bit excited for this. Let's see what changes he can make, because if there's one thing that I'm going to talk about is this, because we're going to go back to the Alexander Volkanovski fight real quick. Even though both fighters haven't fought in a long time, there's a lot of things we can discuss about here. When we take a look at Islam's fight against Alexander Volkanovski, we saw that Alex kind of broke down some holes in Islam's grappling game. What Craig Jones did and his evolution of the MMA grappling world is something that needs to be studied. So I hope that Charles is looking at that fight and taking these little playbooks, these little things from Craig Jones' playbook that he used with Alexander Volkanovski, and use them against Islam. With Islam, you know, he already fought the guy once and he beat him. He has to take a look at what Charles has improved, what holes are still there. Because, like I said, Islam is still a boogeyman and still a scary fighter. But this is a great matchup. Both of these guys have been waiting for this matchup to face each other again. Because some people even call that first fight a fluke. They said that Charles probably just had an off night. Because it is true. He did look a little weird. He did look a little off. Maybe the pressure got to him. But nonetheless, very excited for this fight, guys. I honestly can't not wait to see this unfold again. And honestly, I'll be honest, if I can get another Charles title run the way we had it before, that would be great. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Yeah, guys, let me know.